Hello there and welcome. It is time for a post May 2026 unit update battle report, and we've got a good amount of the new stuff in here. I asked my patrons to submit lists that they'd like to see, what they want to see first. So Kenny said he would like to see I believe Padme, Sabe, and Seven Scorch in a list. See how that goes. So I've got Padme, the full box, Kit, Fisto, Pawns, and Seven Scorch. And Nick Downing asked for Baylan's box. So not part of the update, but um, new box that just came out this weekend. And along with Lando, Death Trooper Escort, and the recently changed eras wise Elite Squad Troopers, since they can pack a decent punch. They can give out hunkers from their supporting fire to Galactic Empire, and of course, Lando can make the Scoundrels Galactic Empire. Also, he can be a bit of a force battery for the pretty force hungry Baylan squad. So, not really adding synergy for Shin. No extra force users for her to be getting extra move and attacks off of, but a little bit of that hunker synergy and hopefully provide some force for that squad. So, Republic won the roll off. We're going to go with Sabotage Showdown as the mission. It's just a mission that, like, doesn't really tend to give advantages to one side or the other. You know, if you're not good on sabotage, it's probably not a great list. So good one to smash these two together. We'll put, yeah, I'll get Chicho. We'll start with aggressive negotiations for Padme. If you want a video going over the updates, what changed, I collaborated with the Chosen One. So link to the video on his channel. I posted that through my channel. Also, free access on my Patreon. You can get the audio only version if you find it easier to work audio only content into your day. So check that out. Anyone can access that, and that's also linked on my channel in a post. All right, so let's get started. I did shuffle them up. We've got Kit on the right. I think that that squad is going to like this objective on the ground, whereas the handmaidens, including Sabi, they've all got the jumps to kind of handle that side really well, hopefully. Um, so let's see who is first. This is interesting. Um, hmm. Pawns is interesting. We could give the dash to like Sev between move and hunker. Get them both over there. Would be good. Something that you can do with pawns if he was able to get an attack off. Kit could get a dash, get the supporting assault dash to double dash him up, and then I don't know that he'd get within 3 of anybody, but if you could get that shove off, then you could get like almost on the point, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's free mobility for Kit. I think we reserve him. Just don't really want to be doing turn 1, but I feel like you lose some of the mobility, which is like the major strength of this. It's looking like, you know, with all the mobility, if you're losing some of that, I think I'm missing out on the point of the list, and we're getting a Shatterpoint, so that is interesting, because that sets off Sabe's decoy ability, and she is on an active objective because this is Sabotage Showdown. So before choosing a unit to activate with your Shatterpoint, you may choose an active objective that is within 2. If you do, choose an allied Naboo primary character. Put each character in this unit within 1 of the primary, so I can keep her where she is. Then put the chosen primary character in 1 of the active objective. So, so we can actually just skip Padme forward in front of the objective, which is like basically an advance worth of movement here. I'm gonna put a little bit this way. She's close to that. Okay. And then we get to choose who to go with. So how annoying would it be to throw, because the Shatterpoint ability is the dash. So we could give 7 Scorch 2 dashes, and they could get up here and like attack somebody. Oh yes. However, these guys all have hunkers thanks to Baylan. Turning the webcam off. See if that helps my computer run a little bit more smoothly with Tabletop Simulator and open broadcast software. So anyway, yeah, so they all get start with hunkers, which does affect, like, if we think about doing attacks here. Man, that would just be real annoying, wouldn't it? We just throw 7 Scorch here. Steal those points immediately. So you could even, like, yeah, I could dash there. Yeah, we don't get a dash here. Dash. Hunker if we need to climb. They don't get any shenanigans off of their hunkers, so I think that's what we do, honestly. So we dash either their tactic or the one from the Shatterpoint, and mission. Okay, another dash. We do want to be in a position that we're going to be able to climb, but I think they've got an early shove that should be able to get them there. Yeah, I guess one shove, it'll be fine. And he can get to the ladder. Oh, but that is important. The order of operations is important here. He's not going to be able to shoot those guys. I think they've got the, yeah, avoidance protocols, so they can remove their hunkers to, each character gets a dash. Yeah, so don't attack him or them. I don't think she gets any extra things from her hunkers. What she got? Yeah, we could probably hit Shin. Some early damage on her. Are we in range of Elite Squad? Yes, we could hit that guy. Okay, we'll start with shooting that guy. He is. Are we considering that within one along the path? I think not. I think it's just out. Okay. All right. So Padme is giving them an extra die, which is global now. So this one's gonna have 8 dice. And that is going to be into 6. Ooh, 6 fails. That is not what we want to see. So we'll get 1 crit through. But we will get the shove. Shove and 1 damage. Him. Up. And then he's going to shoot Shin. Same thing. Shin will have 5. 2 blocks. Ooh, 4 expertise. Quit the rolls. So 2 get through. So with her, I think we go. I don't think we need the shoves. It's not really going to do anything. Let's do the 3 damage and strain. And that will put pressure on her reactive ability as well. Alright, and then we'll do our move action. He's going to climb. And we are steadfast protection, so we'll kind of be super annoying there. Do we climb? No, we'll go the ladder and up. Also in a slightly annoying spot. Let's see. No, that's too far. There. Okay, so the Empire scoundrels now control nothing. Republic controls 4. So let's see if they can recover from that. Get a turn 1 Death Trooper escort. And yeah, in order to retake those points, you would have to wound, which is not going to happen. So you'd need to get 9 through. His expertise is not amazing. Not really something you're gonna want to spend those hunkers on. He can get there, obviously, but scoring 1 and allowing like 5, oof, not great. If we can get to the double shove, definitely get this point back. Maybe we can shove him off while getting to this point to at least score 2 on this. So we will. The problem is this is a little bit of an anti-synergy on this one. Is the droids aren't scoundrels, so they can't become Empire. They do, yeah. Elite Squad does have a damage on them now, which actually allows them to reposition. Maybe that's the play. I mean, as long as we get him off, then 2-1 takes the point. We're not going to get him off with just 2 shoves. And unfortunately, there's no ladder's way over here. It's not up to here. If there was some way to get the Elite Squad up here to double body that point, he could push him off 2-1, take that, and go over here. But yeah, that is not the way the ingress points work. So, but I don't think a reposition is gonna get us to that ladder, but we could see. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna measure it from up here. But yeah, that does look in. Okay, so we could move, give him a reposition there. And him reposition. I don't know that we want to put him over that way. Maybe just move him forward. We could, well, yeah, if we could push him this way, we might be able to get him out of range at this point. Yeah, okay. All right. So we will do our tactical advance. get the dash and focus plus sharpshooter. Gives us 9 dice. Into their 5. See, 3 expertise. The one we don't want, because we can gain a hunker, or we can shed our hunker for another expertise, which does absolutely nothing. But they rolled 5 fails. All right. So we do need to take the bottom to get the shove, because otherwise we're only doing 8 down to 7. So we gotta go 5. Disarm pin. And it will be the full 5 because we will get the shove off of the objective. So we're taking 2 shoves down to 1 because of steadfast. Bump mid to the ladder. It's off the objective. No more protection. And he actually gets a reposition. Oops. From the end of the tree. So he can just do. I haven't done a move action yet, so I could. You know what? I'll take the. Oh yeah, he's supposed to be like here from hitting that ladder. So he will reposition to the ladder and up, which kind of backstops him. They're both on the point. He's on that one. And we'll do a recover action to get rid of that damage. The elite squad. We will lose our hunker at the end. And score 2 on this one. Alright, we're back to Republic, and Pawns is ready to go. So I could just take this point. But let's see. But 7 Scorch are pinned, so I can't just dash him over to take that point. Score 5. Do we just dash? Just put him over here. I mean, you're scoring 4 at that point. Get Kit moved up a little bit. So what else can we do? We could get everyone over here. Just gotta shove somebody off. Although Escort has his ability, we'd have to pin him too. can get 4 easy points here. And move Kit up in the process, so we'll give Kit the dash from the tactic. Whoops. Then he will move. Do we want to be farther away because of the melee stuff? Let's see. Yeah, if we're kind of over here, we could be hunker. In a way that just might just be out of range for the melee units there. We're to move hunker, take that. And back to Empire. Okay. Interesting. Thing is, they don't have their damage output is not, which is what would be cool to wound 7 Scorch, double body Pawn's Point. These guys do not have the damage output unless we get down the tree. You need to get like 3 down the tree twice. Well, we shoot Scorch. He's not on an active objective. So as long as one gets 2 down the tree, get an expose might help. And then might help the other one get 3 down the tree, especially when we got hunker stuff going on. I don't know, maybe. Can also, so this is, well, no. Nope, that doesn't work. I was going to say the support is where you can have one attack, get Sporting Fire hunker from Elite Squad, and then the other one could use it for expertise results. But there again, not scoundrels. So they can't become Empire. But let's see what they can do here. They both go up here. And then they don't wound. They can't get to that point. They have less dice in melee. The 3 steps. Well, I want to take a point for sure, right? Yeah, okay. Alright. So they're going to move. They're going to dash forward. And then I think they'll do their attacks. Shoot, Scorch. Make sure I got range. I think they're range 5 or 4. Yeah, 5. Definitely be in there. That guy, shoot Scorch, and just 6 dice. Okay, 1 expertise. They can only add 1 more from their hunkers, so that's not going to do anything. So, ooh, bad roll again. Jeez. Okay, that is 5 results, -1, I believe. So yeah, that'll be a full tree for them. So we can do 5 damage either way. A reposition. 5 damage. There we go. Wound. Momentum. And this guy gets to reposition. Put that away. And might as well do the shoves, I guess. Throw them over here. Shoves happened first. Let's say we shoved this way first, I guess. To the edge. And down. Hang out with Lando. Taking a momentum. Does Padme want to advance? Oops. Definitely threatened some points here. Thing is, there's nowhere for her to get to the ladder there. Get her, bring her up. That helps Sabe move her in. Potentially. Good thing about going for that. Let's do it. She's going to advance to the ladder. And up here. There's not a tiebreaker currently. But anyway, let's see what happens with that. Okay. The other one, Is he actually in range to even shoot pawns? He is not. Because I should have done it the other way around. I mean, he could just shoot them anyway, I guess, and hope for the reposition. One again, so that hunker for an expertise isn't worth it. 4 blocks this time. 4 natural blocks and expertise. Could use that on the other roll. So 5 blocks, 5. Nothing. So they are going to need their move action to get over here and lose their hunker at the end of the turn. Shin will take that point. HKs will take that point. 4-4. Oh yes. They scored 4. Yeah, 4 and 4. We're back to where it was. All right. Sabe, just like we kind of anticipated, so can put dash Padme onto the point, and then she gets a dash to the ingress and up. I guess with her climb stuff, he actually wants to go up. Okay. Hold on. Back it up. So, if we, oops. Okay, if we dash her straight this way. So she could get to the back point here, but what's the point? I mean, you could take it immediately. So, I mean, maybe that'll be the backup plan. We'll do our exposed flank. We're gonna have, I think we have an angle this way. What's that? Yeah, reserve, Queen's Gambit, exposed flank. Okay, so that'll be 9. They do keep their hunkers. They get 7. Yeah. Okay. 9 into 7. Right. Maybe not the best plan. I maybe should have shot. Yeah, I could do it early strain. Maybe should have shot TT instead, but oh well. Okay. 2 expertise. Pretty good roll on both sides. 2 is 3 for her. One's a crit, so that's 5 hits, 3 crits. Blocking 4. So that's going to be 4 down. So, let's see here. Could do 4 with the 2 shove, disarm pin. I mean, we get a shove on 1, so let's start there. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, follow up. The question is, do we want to go steal that point? For the handmaidens. Yeah, especially now that I didn't push them up. I mean, harder to take back. Let's see. I think so. We've got mobility here. So we could do strain 5. Like that. 5 strain. Oops, not wounded. They will become wounded if they do anything. And with that, oh, we don't get the jump at the end. Okay, all right. We'll do that then. And we don't need to really recover. Could, yeah, do the move just to kind of body block. And we'll take this one for 3. It's not a huge turn, but it's going to be a pain to take back. Lando. I haven't even used barely any force, but shuffle him back in anyway. We had Shin. Okay. Well, go after pawns. Oh, she's got 3 at strain. Forgot about that. I guess we kind of gotta recover. We could dash and move here. Make Kit's life a little more difficult. Does she have to reposition towards? No. When Baylan goes, she could just do a reposition. So then she could be threatening this back point if we get her over here. So, okay. So move. And then Furious Rush. And she will lose the hunker. That cost a force. But she's in a good position, at least. Alright. So that, yeah, that side is going to be difficult for our Republic people. That was just 3 points on that turn. I guess Lando, I don't know, maybe could have done something on this side of the board. Probably not, though. I mean, Padme's defenses aren't great. So, could be pushing her back. But then, well, no, Sabe does have to go towards with her reposition. All these reactive repositions everywhere. Padme. Okay, so she can become a tiebreaker. Definitely go for that point. We could get 7th Scorch, that would be nice. Engaged. Where to get there? We'd probably have to do the focus and climb. Dash, which gives us a focus, or we focus, which gives us a dash, and sharpshooter 2. We're going to, in faith and diplomacy, attempt to shove and pin him. So we'll be getting 9 dice. That's a pretty good roll. 2 expertise is 3 hits. So 9 results on 9 dice. He's blocking 3. So we will full tree that. Which can do 4, 5, 6, 7. Pin, disarm, 2 shoves. 7 down to 6. Pin, disarm, 2 shoves. Will. Yeah, just kind of bump her into Sabe. Does he want to use his ability to get rid of the pin? In a hunker. No, I think we'd save the force for Baylan, basically. That's not gonna do much. Yeah, okay. And then she'll spend 1 for Royal Command. We're gonna advance Sabe over this point. Steal that. For 4. Pass it back. Shatterpoint. So whoever I pick is going to get the dash. Okay, kids on that point, so to help. Do we give DTE? Well, if I try to reposition the ESTs, then they will be strained to death. There's one handmaiden on that point. Nobody's up. People up. I mean, Baylan could run over and smack Sabe, but you're kind of then. There's only like everybody's over here on this point. Do you have the HKs? Double dash while I'm trying to go over here, and they try to shove the handmaiden and Kit off the point. Try that. I don't really see a better option. Yeah, I don't know, let's try it. Get a dash. Say it's their tactic. Dash towards enemy characters. He's going up the ladder. Tactic. Shatterpoint tactic. Take it up. And we will. How far is range 3? Oh yeah, like one shove would be enough to get out of range 3. Yeah, that seems doable. Do we move? We could do our attacks first and see what happens. Okay, so no hunkers to do stuff with. It's attack targeting. They don't primary character with target priority protocols. They add 2 attack dice, so it's not just the engage. When they're engaged, they get protection and steadfast, but they don't have to be engaged for the 2 extra dice. So we will roll 8 into Kit. Sabe could use her staunch bodyguard. If you move, they'll take this point though, so it doesn't really matter that. Ooh, good block. 3 expertise. Could have got a second crit if I had that hunker. We're looking at 3 hits, which are blocked by the natural blocks, and a crit. So you have crit mitigation on this side. He does not, but he does get a jump. Jump at the end. So you can do a shove or damage and heal. Yeah, do the shove. Do I need to follow up to be on the point? I do. We're gonna be. Yeah, I mean, we didn't pin, so he gets a jump from his expertise, and then there was a fail in the roll, so he could technically get another jump. But if you jump up here so there's no target for him, then they just take this point. They're going to take one either way, pretty much. Might just double up on this one, probably. Another jump. What could I do? I think we will jump in a way that Keeps it just on the point. Yeah, like here. We're ready to smack somebody next time. It's coming from his new identity. And so he's going to attack the Handmaiden. So we don't get the extra dice. I think they are 5 now, yeah. Not a bad roll. 4 and a crit. 3, 4 blocks. Crit gets through. We can get our shove. Now, which one do you want to go for? We have vacated that point, but we're not flipping this point. I feel like we try to keep things even because they could easily take that back. Whereas Kit is going to have to choose which point he goes for on his activation. So we will take that one for 3. So maybe not the most amazing Shatterpoint turn, but I don't know what option would have been better in that circumstance. So let me know in the comments if you think there was a better Shatterpoint target than the HKs there. I thought at least there was a chance they could flip 2. This guy did his job getting the Handmaiden off, but Kit getting his 3 expertise for the jump kind of ruined the plans there. Oh, 7 Scorch. Yep, that is a good pull for the Republic. So yeah, they're basically swap. He goes this way. He goes this way. Toward Baylan, kind of. Because it does have to be towards somebody. She has riposte, right? Yeah. Doesn't have to attack. Oh, is there an... Yes, there's an elite squad trooper in range here. No one has any wound triggers. So, yeah, I think... Yeah, he'll attack him. So... Oh, oops. They're pinned. Let's see. Let's get rid of the disarm, the pin. I guess we'll keep him up here because I think he can just advance to that point. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright, so he got the dash. He's gonna shoot him. 7 dice now because Padme is on diplomacy, not aggressive negotiations. They are rolling 7. But we have 7 hits coming in. So -4, that'll be 3. So we can do 3 damage, disarm, and 2 shoves. Is Elite Squad activated? I can't remember. No, I think Death Trooper just moved them in. Okay. That is a wound. And then I guess this guy shoots Shin, because I think we can, yeah, if we could put a strain on her, that'd be nice. She doesn't have any hunkers. 4. Okay. Poof. That is 8 results on 7 scores. She's got 1 expertise for 1 block. So that's going to be a full tree. She has 8 health. So we do 5 or 6 damage. Strain pin would be annoying for the moment. There's literally no damage on the Republic team right now. 5 and strain is going to be a pain for her. I think she's immune to pin though, right? Whoop. Where are you going? Oh yeah, she's got 3 damage on her already from a turn 1 attack. Ugh. Okay. Disarm. Yeah, let's do 5 and a strain and a shove. 5. Strain. Another wound. Momentum. She's already in range 3. I don't know if the shove really helps much. Could stay there. Actually, what if we did the climb? Double shove climb. Can we get over here? Well, it's still 2 to whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We'll do. Take the follow up. Okay, and then we'll do the move action. He's gonna come here. Because if we do want to dash him over, then that's an option. He's going to move up here. We're going to take these 2 points for 5. That was 5 points, 2 momentum on that turn. 7 Scorch. Still doing what they do. Let's see what, if anything, Empire can do, or if they're just setting up for the next struggle. Elite Squad. It's, yeah, literally a clean slate over here. Nobody has damage on them already. Boy. Boy, oh boy. Okay, they could take 2 points. One of them just takes this free one here. The other one gets 1 shove on Padme. Should be pretty easy. Pin. Yeah, not gonna get that reposition. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and here. I think. Alright. They're going to. Okay, he's there. Wake up. Get rid of their strain. Choose to keep the hunker. And then they will cost 2 to tactical advance. Good thing we have Lando, Mr. Force Battery for us. That way, we'll go up to the ladder, I guess. Doesn't matter that side of things. Yeah, they want to be shooting. Just hope to make the Main's turn really bad. Okay. He's going to shoot Sabe. 8, 9 dice. Everybody just wants to chuck 9 dice at each other here. She's defending with 5. Ooh, 7 expertise. 7 results, -2, full tree. 6 pin, expose. And the shove. I don't know if we can actually take much advantage of that. Oh yeah. There we go. Throw 9 dice at them. They're rolling 5 as well. Okay, 4 results, -2. It's 2, so we get 2 damage, pin, and shove. The expertise doesn't really help. I could have got up to the 2 expertise on the first attack, but it was already a full tree, so that doesn't matter. All right, and then, well, I could take cover, but I decided to keep my hunkers, so, oh, one of them, well, yeah, the first attack was disarmed, also didn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna lose our hunkers anyway, so we might as well take a full move. Just plop right on the point here. Pain. So that flips to 4-3. We gain a momentum. Hold up. Padme can do Queen's Gambit. Because that is the wording. Yeah, whenever they gain a momentum. So we need 5 to finish the struggle. Yep, she's a tiebreaker right now. Let's advance her. Oops. Ooh, can we be in range? Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, tiebreaker, she's gonna take that point. Whose turn is gonna be? Finish this off. Handmaidens. Currently scoring 4. In order to score 5, we need What do we want to do? Right. Yeah, we're already scoring 4. We just need to move, basically. Okay. We'd even save our force. So, yeah, you know what? Don't even attack with them. Why not? Recover, pin, and a damage. Move. And flip that. Tiebreaker flips that. And that's our 5. Reset. Okay. Regroup is the damage or condition. What does the Empire prefer? Well, they're currently sitting on this point. And I feel like Baylan and Lando could get to this point. It's pretty easy to take. This one, I mean, this one's free. This one's not so much, not so good there. Okay, so, because yeah, we have Lando and Baylan in the deck. Lando could get over to this point. No, they're not going to be able to flip this. Both of them could get to either of these points. That doesn't really matter. This point's easy. This point's not. This point we have. This point, not going to be able to take. I don't actually know if Lando does have the range to get there. Salvi's in the way of his movement. So, yeah, I think we go with this guy. And, oops. Oops. All right. For the Empire. Baylan. Okay, because yeah, there's 2 people on here. Shin is wounded. So he has 0 chance of getting this point. Which basically means we gotta go for this one. But, I mean, he just has to get there. Be nice to attack, but I guess we could, you know what, we could get some damage on Scorch here. Away. Okay. He cannot keep his hunkers though. We have 2 force. So he either he either uses the dash or I can't get there if I want to try and pull her off. So, all right. We are going to do Force Enhanced Dexterity, do a dash to the ingress point. If we can fit to sit. Oh no. Well, that's not going to work either, is it? Where was he? Yeah, it's like there. Because we can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. there. And then, so conquer. Expose could wound her. Do you have any like lines or anything? No. Okay, so move action. Be in melee with him. Give him a smack. 8 dice. If we can take them off the board before a struggle of 3, that will help us a lot. Is 6, 7 results. I did not say that on purpose. 1 block. So 6 through full tree. Huh. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will get the wound because they're not on an active objective. 8, strain, expose, and a reposition, which will get us. Oh, we're already on the point. It's just like somewhere around here, I guess. And yeah, we keep our hunker. Okay, so momentum. Does Padme want to do anything? Don't think so. She's already on that point. No. Okay. So, no, I should have rolled for priority, I guess, shouldn't I? That's how this game works. There we go. Expertise was that one, but I wasn't going to be able to get that point anyway. We score the other 2. Oops. Pawn still has that point. 2 points. Who's going to be? It's Kit Fisto. Priority. Fail is the point that he is already on. Now we don't have options for Rule 17 to double us up on a point. That is significant. So we're kind of just going for a wound here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Focus, maybe, I guess. They do have protection and steadfast. When engaged with the primary, they do not have hunkers. You can't do their dash back thing. He's on the point already. And we just give him a smack, see if we need to create opening. So yeah, just focus. Go this route, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No, that's not better. I could go that other way. But yeah, no. Okay, 8. Into have 5 in melee. Ooh, it's a bad roll. That is not a full tree. Definitely 2 block. That's 2 through. For I guess we do 2 damage, 2 shoves. At least get one of them off the point. Then we do a 3rd shove from our identity. 1. Follow up. Make sure that we end up within 3 for the 3rd shove if we need it. Shove. Still in range. And out of range, but yeah. There's a fail there. Get a 3rd shove. Right? Yes. Okay. So, that will only be 1 point. We gain momentum. It's back to Empire. But they get to. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we could have. Okay, yeah. Could have spent the force to turn one of those to fail. So it's 3 expertise. Just 1 block. So we get 3 steps through. The 2 shoves would have been enough. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, back up. Because we got the shove from the expertise, or shove off, shove on the 1st step. We'll take the bottom. So we'll actually do 5 damage and strain. That's much better. Oh, they're steadfast. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind. We only do 2 shoves because of the steadfast. Push them out. So no more protection. So we are doing 3 and a disarm. There we go. All right. Lando. What is Lando gonna do? He has no chance of getting anywhere. Expertise. We're not gonna get there. So tell a scoundrel to dash. And we don't have. Oh yeah, we gained a condition like expose. Yeah, I think we just do the dash on himself, I guess. Kind of get him this way. We could focus and hit Sabe, or we move this direction. Well, yeah, just hit. She's exposed with like 3 health left. Yeah. So we'll do 6 dice. And she gets 5. 2, 3, 4. Minus. She is exposed, so it's gonna be 3 through. Or 5 damage. He gets a heal. Shove. 5. No longer exposed. Wounded. Again, the hunger for an expertise doesn't do anything. Shove her that way. And then, so we got the momentum. Padme could technically advance again. Doesn't really matter. He is going to act like he's going somewhere and go this way. Is that through a building? It is through a building. I think that part is the building. Then maybe we can actually get somewhere next turn. We have a force left, so we could either take a condition off somebody or give a condition. I think we'll take the disarm off Death Trooper Escort, and then we'll refresh. Shatterpoint. Sabe is not contesting an objective because she is wounded. She doesn't have to be contesting. It's just within 2. No, how many points did we get? We got 2 points. Who would we Shatterpoint on this? Handmaidens, I guess. Take that other point. Just move up to 7 Scorch, but that would not. They leave. Okay, so we can technically have Sabe within 1 of Padme. And then Padme, does she fit within 1 here? Guess not. Well, she would, I guess she would go down below. Unless we put Sabe here. So that Sabe, so that Padme can go like there. Okay. Okay, what's the priority? Same spot. Okay. Handmaidens can definitely come take this point. These 2 points are becoming very difficult for Empire to do anything about. So, yeah, Hamman's gonna go over here, maybe wound the HKs. They'd be in a good spot, I think. If one goes over there, maybe double wound. He does have protection and 3 health, so they need to get 3 down the tree. Not impossible, but not super likely. Okay, they are up. So move out of range 2. Oh yeah, they remove 2 damage from themselves. Just be out of range so that we can do the climb. And yeah, take that ingress point to here. Do expose flank, cost 1. She is going to go up so that so that they get the extra dice. I guess they are engaged. So I think she'll have to shoot down to that one to get all her extra dice. Good, right? Yep. Not upgrade. Okay. So all their extra dice is 7 in total. But they only get 4 at range. 2, 2, 2 gives 6 minus 2 is 4. Ooh, where are you going? Does Kit need a heal? No. So that's 4 and a shove. They have steadfast and protection. It's down to 3. Kit will do the shove. Yeah, it's safe to shove onto that point because it's 1-0 at the moment. Clip the building there, but at least be out of range. So the jump, what do with the jump? There's already 2 bodies on that point. I think we jump this way to support him. Can we get on the point? Really? We're just down here. We're on the point, dashable to the other point. He's gonna shoot the other one. thing. They have 1 health left. Actually, yes, there's. This one doesn't have protection though. So even if we get 1 through, which we do have a crit, 5 results minus 2. That's 3. She gets a jump as well. Jump over here. 3, right? Yeah. So same thing, basically 4. It's the wound. It's a shove. This guy's way up to lunch. And take that for 3. Each side gets some momentum. That's another opportunity for Queen's Gambit. Excuse me. And pass it back. Block. That is the point they have. Nice. They're also getting the Shatterpoint. Yeah, even. Where's the other guy? He's way over here. If he leaves the point, Padme takes it. Does Super Escort get over there? The HJ's dash. Oh yeah. Can't even get there. There's 3 on this point. Shin? Could Shin get deal with pawns? Well then Kit gets a jump. Oops. But he can't jump in range really. Huh. Empire is very poorly positioned. Oh, they should have all gotten a hunker. After, well, he already has his. They should have all gotten a hunker after the opposing team won the struggle. I think it's Shin. And so she doesn't move. The other side of him. Do want to be outside of range 3 of pins. He doesn't get to jump and stuff. Hit him. 7 dice. We get a. Got a hunker we can spend for expertise. His hunker is immune to. Oh, he loses hunker. 3 expertise. 2 blocks. 1 expertise. 2 hits. So 4 through. That's pretty nice. So that is 6 strain and shove. That's a pretty good wallop. Does another expertise help? No. Okay. Let's see. Basically just gonna shove him there. Should be off the point that. Yes. The reposition came first. So we won't really move her because we don't want to ruin our shove angle. That flips that. We score 3. Back to the public. Handmaidens. There are 0 unwounded people there, so they just move and take that point. Can we make it though? Spicy. Oh, we need to see what the expertise is. That one. Yeah, we double up on that. Could get there, flip that, but we gotta move her. Okay, so we do a climb, the exposed flank. She's gonna go that way. Shoot. 7. Into. She lost her hunker at the end. Yep. 4. 3 expertise. It's 2. So 4 minus 2, basically. 2 through. So it's 3 damage. And a jump, which we will use to get the Ingress point up. He's gonna, she's gonna shoot. We do need the shove to get her off at this point. Yeah. Okay, need to get 3 steps through on this one. Bit of a risky play we went for. Oh, actually, hold up. Kit. Supporting assault can dash. And we can guarantee the shove. We could have already guaranteed the shove. Dash. What's this thing? Yes, it's just a dash. So yeah, he dashed within range 3. Just got a shove. Did the shove already. That's why he's here. Alright, what's the result of this second attack? Right, that was okay, right? Yeah, that's fine. 1 block. And, oh my. 7 results, so that's full tree. For 5 damage. which will perfectly get the wound. Momentum. Jump. Also get a reposition, but that's not going to matter. Shove. Exposed. Yeah, reposition. Oh, second shove. So she's really. She's going to backstop herself here. Okay. And then we get a move action where she comes down here. It's tied. Padme tie breaks. Um, 1-0 there. Scores the board for 4. The jaws of defeat. Well, let's see what Empire can do. Lando. Funny guy. Funny guy. We're just gonna put some conditions on you because, yeah, we don't want you right now. I mean, is it bad? Maybe not horrible, but you're definitely not getting that priority point from Kit. Technically, it wasn't top deck, but I'll put the expose on him. HKs, you can get that point. He's already on the point. Nice. Alright. You get to dash. I don't know that we go for 2 points. We try for the wound on pawns. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, just focus, I guess. Ooh, we got keep their hunker. Focus. One's gonna hit pawns, 7 dice. The other one, or sorry. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2. 6 results. -3. So 3. Do we need the shoves? Not really. 3 damage, expose. Gets a wound. Reposition. Just get over there. Kid gets a jump. Does it matter? Well, make sure he's not going off that point. Puts him into melee. Oops. 7 again. Oops. 6. That's 4 results. -5, put them to the crit. So we'll get through. Oh, can I upgrade that? I can get a second crit, 2 crits through. I guess, yeah, damage, expose, heal, which does nothing. Oops, not okay. Heal. Or expose. Okay. So you'll take the priority point and score 2. Not bad, not bad. We spent the hunker. Sabe. She's not gonna get there. Well, she might get there. Dash. Move. Climb. But climb's not gonna go up. Well, dash, move. Dash, move. You have to shove one of them off. Anyway, which kid can help with? Yeah, okay. We'll say Handmaid's Dash, I guess. So maybe get our dash ourselves. Oh, I wonder if I can climb, get me to the ladder. Probably. Okay, even better. So we do have to spend 2 for the exposed flank climb. Nice. Okay, so range 4 or 5. She's range 4. Shoot him. 9 dice. 1, 2. Come on, computer. And they are 4 at range. I guess because they're supposed to be hunkered. Ooh, I see a 6 on the hits. 7 results. One of them a crit. -2, I believe. It is going to be a full tree. So we can shove them way out of there. They have. Oh, she's doing 6 damage. No. No, do the ships. I think we need 2 shoves to get him off. Maybe not. Alright, we're gonna go down the middle, do 6 and strain, get our jump. Up to the point. Sabe gets the follow-up and jump, 6 damage strain. Kit does the shove, and so they take the point back. 4-4. That back point again. See, the problem is nothing. Part of the problem is nothing can move these HKs. Elite squad. One of them's over there. Maybe get a shove on Sabe, I guess. This guy, maybe get a shove on Padme. Needs a good angle. Well, actually, the handmaiden's right there, so that he's not going to be able. He would have to hit the handmaiden. All right, elite squad, troopers. I mean, basically, so one's here. They're tied, but Padme's tie breaking. So they gotta push probably the handmaidens off of there. They aren't melee, which they don't like, but I mean they could drop down and jump back. Well, no. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Maybe. Maybe drop down, jump back up. But we shall see. This guy needs the right angle to push Sabe off. That would flip to score 3. Basically, like, if we score 2 or 3, Republic's only going to have to score 3 on their turn, but we shall see what happens here. So we do need to plan out the turn. Do we spend 2 tactical advance? The thing is... I don't know that he can actually get the angle he needs. Well, you know what? If we sit here, then we can get the shove angle and follow up down. So that would be 2-1 there. That works. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna need to climb. And we need to get 2 steps. I mean, this is gonna be basically the end of the game anyway, so might as well spend our 2 force. And dash. This guy, I mean, not much to do there. That guy doesn't really move around, but we'll put him right on the corner. So if we don't get a shove, then we don't get this point at all anyway. So no point getting down there with the movement and or saving it in case we don't get the shove. So 9. Two, 5. Now he is within 3 of Kit, so if there's a fail, he's gonna get a jump. But Doesn't matter, he's already on that point. Oh boy, there's no fail. So apparently he doesn't get the jump. 2 is 1, so it's 2 blocks. And crit to crit, doesn't matter. So we're adding 1 result. So 8 minus 2, definitely full tree. 6, expose, and pin and shove. Alright, so it's the angle. Yeah, push her that way. So it runs into Sev. And follow up. Just enough to be able to drop down. Alright, now we're 2 to 1 there. So that is good. Other attack, the handmaidens, this is melee, so this is only going to be 6. But maybe we can use our hunker after as well. Two blocks again, just the crit getting through, which will do a damage and a pin. So that will not flip that point. Hold on. We can use our hunker to get expertise, hit to crit. That's 2 crits. We do get the second step for another damage and the shove. There we go. Haha. So now it's 2 to 1. Even though just tiebreaker does not tied. So we do take both. Land on 0. Each get a momentum. And Pawns is next. Pawns is currently wounded. Sitting here. We should go for party. Block. Is that. 7 Scorcher wounded. Okay, so we can't just move somebody over there. He can double dash himself, or dash, move. I mean, if you could push somebody off, that would work. But angles are kind of not great for that. So we've got Kit, who cannot move 2 people off of the point he's on. Well, we do really need to go after this to get our 3 points or a wound. Ooh, that's true. 2 points and a wound, they would be easy to wound. But you still need. Yeah, that's what pawns could do. There we go. So yes, we will wake him up. We'll give a. Yeah, you know what? We'll use the dash so we can focus. Okay, so do we want to be in range or melee? Ranged. Yeah, there. We technically want to be ranged. Well, if we can. Go here. Oops. Just in range 2 of the point. Butcher engaged with them. So okay. Just out of range of them. Might end up in melee. Yeah. All right. It's gonna be a melee attack, so we might as well just. I mean, we might as well just move in. I have 5. Oops. They're engaged. Is engaged with a primary, so they have protection steadfast, but 1 step will do the 1 damage we need. We are focusing at least 6. That will be 2 blocks could hit. So we're getting the expertise, which is 2 results for 4 damage. And 4 down to 3. And wound them, get our momentum. We'll flip the point, and that will be the game. 2 struggles. So, I mean, definitely. I mean, first turn Shatterpoint. Still some utility out of decoy, being on sabotage, where we could guarantee that Sabe was on an active objective to do decoy. Basically gave Padme the equivalent of an advance. I feel like she was like range 1 from the point, and like, yeah, that might have been like more than an advance worth of movement, even off a turn 1 Shatterpoint. So that was cool. Get her in there. She ended up on the back point. And actually like got her to the midline before she activated with Sabe's turn. So that's pretty cool. I like, as I kind of expected, I like the shenanigans of Padme box, even though they're a little bit squishy, I will say. Their defensive expertise is not amazing. Basically, clone armor with, but crit mitigation on that 3 instead of the block. Padme's defense on this side is very bad. The 2 heals, I mean, I think most would probably consider that worse than clone armor, being the block, but I mean, you could maybe, you get rid of conditions with the heals instead. So anyway, that 7 Scorch move right off the hop, I mean, when they're forward deployed, getting the 2 dashes, which put them in range already for an attack. That really had an effect on Shin, having that 3 damage and strain on her immediately. That led to she had to recover to get rid of the strain. Led to her being wounded with 5 damage coming out of 5 damage coming from, who was that? Was it Pawns? Pawns or Kit or something? So she definitely got wounded quickly. I mean, wounded twice, I guess. And let's see. It did okay with force. I think that last activation of the first shuffle might not have had force left, but Kit just, Kit didn't have to go very far anyway. Kind of worked out. Being able to spend it on having Padme move forward, So pawns in 7th Scorch, not using any force. That definitely saves it for Padme's box to utilize. Um, and I mean, Kit wasn't super amazing in this. He kind of just ended up, he was at the bottom of the deck, ended up kind of having to sit on this point most of the time. Um, but he was, I mean, they definitely had to think about, staying out of range 3 so that he didn't just jump back and take the point. These HKs are definitely um, very good for displacing primaries, getting those 2 extra dice for any attack targeting primaries. Steadfast and protection. So they definitely did their job. A little squishy, especially at range with no hunkers, but on their activation, they got work done. Range 5, 2 shoves on 2 steps. I can't complain about that. That's for sure. What I can complain about, at least in this list where I was attempting to have Lando do something, um, they're not scoundrels. They're mercenaries, but not scoundrels. So that definitely, not being able to turn them into Empire, definitely was a stumbling block for this. Even that turn 1 Death Trooper Escort, they could have been dashed up here, could have double bodied that point to take it. And then that would have allowed Death Trooper Escort push Sev off, leave someone on the ground to take this point, and then go take this one to get 3 points off the hop instead of just the 2. So this side of the board, I I don't think this is quite the ideal pairing for Baylan. Um, as much as the hunkers were nice to add expertise when needed for that last elite squad attack, made a difference there. A lot of the attacks in this case were not. There was really no benefit to the hunger for expertise thing. So again, maybe that's a list building thing, um, and or maybe just the expectation needs to shift, that like they're there and nice as a backup, but maybe they're not quite. They're not always going to be providing value, but an interesting list. Getting to put Baylan box on the table, get the elite squad troopers on the table. They definitely do their job on their turns. Death Trooper Escort is Death Trooper Escort, but he only had 1 activation early on, so that he didn't quite get to shine either. But Republic taking on this one, and definitely interested to test this team more, and just the mobility is pretty incredible with this one. Just like so much free mobility with potential dashes, supporting assault dashes for Kit, those jumps on defense, free dashes for 7th Scorch. Pons is giving out a dash, he can take it himself. Sabe giving a dash and getting a dash. If you use Nablu, you can dash both supports. And their reactive, advance, or reposition, like there's just any mobility that you could want. I mean, especially I also like the climbs off exposed flank. Really helps with terrain. Not quite a jump, but still like helps with your sequencing. Like with the elite squad trooper, like this guy had to climb to get on the terrain. before the dash, where they could just climb and take their shot and then, do their move action, stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think of the teams in the comments. Maybe if you have come up with a better pairing for Baylan's box that you might like to see featured on the channel, let me know. And thank you for watching. See you next time.